Are you finding it hard to lose weight now that you're over 40? If so, you're definitely not the only one. A lot of guys in their 40s and beyond feel the same way. And you're putting in the work, you're eating better, maybe you're hitting the gym, but for some reason, the weight just doesn't want to come off like it used to. Here's the thing, there are actually some common mistakes that could be holding you back. But don't worry, because in this video, we're going to talk about 5 of the biggest mistakes men over 40 make when trying to lose weight. And more importantly, I'm going to show you how to fix them with simple, easy to follow steps that help you see real progress. So stick around, because by the end of this video, you have a clear path to speed up your weight loss and finally get the results you've been working for. All right, let's dive into mistake number 1. You're not getting enough protein. It's not just about cutting calories or working out more. The secret is in what you're eating, and protein plays a huge role, especially when you're over 40. And here's why. As we age, our muscle mass naturally starts to decrease. In fact, research shows that after the age 30, we lose 3 to 5% of our muscle mass every decade. That's a big deal, because less muscle means a slower metabolism, which can make it harder to burn fat and keep the weight off. If you're not getting enough protein, your body might start burning muscle instead of fat. And that's the opposite of what you want. Plus, protein does more than just help you build muscle. It also keeps you feeling full longer. So if you're finding yourself snacking late at night or battling cravings throughout the day, boosting your protein intake can really help with that too. So here's an easy tip. Prep some protein-rich snacks ahead of time, like boiled eggs, Greek yogurt, or even some lean, nitrate-free deli meat. That way you have something ready to go whenever you're hungry, and you don't have to reach for those unhealthy snacks. Now, how much protein should you actually be eating? Studies suggest that men over 40 should aim for 1.2 to 1.6 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. So if you want to keep it simple, use this math trick I've been recommending to my clients for the last 15 plus years. And that is, take your ideal weight in pounds and eat that many grams of protein per day. So if your goal is to weigh 180 pounds, aim for 180 grams of protein daily. This makes sure that your muscles have enough fuel and keeps your metabolism strong. All right, let's move on to mistake number 2. You're not lifting weights. Now, this one might surprise you. You might think that cardio is the best way to burn calories, right? But here's the twist. Lifting weights could actually be the key to consistent weight loss, especially as you get older. And here's why. As we age, we naturally start to lose muscle, like I mentioned before. And this process can actually begin as early as our 30s. And research shows that if we don't do something to counteract it, we lose about 3 to 5% of our muscle mass per decade. And why does that matter? Well, when you lose muscle, your metabolism slows down. So that means your body isn't burning calories as efficiently as it used to, even when you're just sitting around. Now, here's the good news. Lifting weights or doing any type of resistance training can help you build that muscle back. And when you have more muscle, you burn more calories. Yes, even while you're resting. Now, this makes weightlifting super important for long-term fat loss and keeping your metabolism working strong. So here's the tip. If you're new to lifting weights, start with the basics, man. Exercises like squats, dumbbell presses, and rows are great for targeting major muscle groups. You don't need to spend hours in the gym either. Just 2 to 3 full body workouts a week can make a huge difference. And this isn't just a guess. Studies show that resistance training increases your resting metabolic rate, or your RMR. That means you'll burn more calories throughout the day, even while you're sleeping or watching television. In fact, a study published in the Journal of Obesity found that men who did resistance training regularly had better long-term fat loss results compared to those who just focused on cardio. So if you've been skipping the weights, it might be time to change that. Now, here's where things get a little tricky. Mistake number 3, you're not eating the right foods in the right quantities. You might be eating healthy foods and still not seeing the results you're hoping for. But are you sure you're eating the right amounts? Even foods that are considered good for you, like nuts, avocados, or olive oil, can lead to weight gain if you're not careful with the portions. It's not just about choosing healthy foods, but also understanding how much you should be eating. Portion control is key here. If you're overeating, even with healthy foods, you could be consuming more calories than your body needs, which can completely stall your progress. Research has shown that portion size has a direct impact on calorie intake. And one study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that people tend to eat more when served a larger portion, even if the food is considered healthy. So let's say you've made a healthy dinner, great. But if you're loading up on extra servings of carbs or fats, those extra calories can sneak in quickly without you realizing it. So here's a simple and practical tip. Try using a smaller plate, which can trigger your brain into thinking you're eating more than you actually are. And you can also measure out your portions or use a tracking app like MyFitnessPal to keep things in check without going overboard. And remember, even healthy fats like those in avocados or olive oil are calorie dense, so a little can go a long way. A tablespoon of olive oil, for example, has around 120 calories. If you're not paying attention, it's easy to add more than what you need. So next time, measure it out to avoid those hidden extra calories. And the goal here isn't to be counting calories or measuring food forever. It's simply to help you become more aware of tracking these things. Then you can eyeball it moving forward. All right, here's a mistake that might surprise you. Mistake number 4, you're doing too much cardio. Doing more cardio doesn't always mean you'll lose more fat. In fact, it could actually be slowing you down. And here's the deal. When you do too much cardio, especially long sessions, your body can start to burn muscle along with fat. And losing muscle isn't good because it lowers your metabolism. And when your metabolism slows down, it gets harder to burn calories, which makes it harder to lose weight in the long run. Now, don't get me wrong, cardio has its place in a healthy routine, but the trick is to be balanced with strength training, and this is what helps you preserve muscle, which is super important for keeping your metabolism going strong and maximizing fat loss. So here's a better approach. Instead of spending hours on the treadmill, try focusing on getting 8,000 to 10,000 steps per day. And here's what research says. Studies have shown that combining strength training with moderate cardio leads to a better fat loss results than doing cardio alone. One study published in the Journal of Applied Physiology found that participants who incorporated both strength training and cardio into their routines lost more fat and maintained more muscle than those who just did cardio. Now, this last mistake is one you might not expect, but it could be a big reason why your weight loss has stalled. Mistake number 5, you're not sleeping enough. What if I told you that sleep could be the missing link to your weight loss journey? Here's how it works. When you don't get enough sleep, it messes with your hunger hormones, specifically ghrelin and leptin. Ghrelin is the hormone that tells you when you're hungry, and leptin is the one that signals when you're full. When you're sleep deprived, your body produces more ghrelin and less leptin, which means you're feeling hungrier and are more likely to overeat, even if you don't need the extra calories. And that's not all. When you're tired, your body naturally craves more high-calorie sugar foods to give you a quick energy boost, making it harder to stay on track with your diet. We've all been there, waking up, feeling groggy, and reaching for a sugary snack just to get through the day. Those habits can quickly derail your weight loss efforts. So what can you do about it? Aim for 7 to 9 hours of good quality sleep each night. Setting up a consistent sleep routine can help. Try going to bed at the same time each night and reduce your screen time before bed and create a calming environment by dimming the lights or using a white noise machine. These small changes can make a big difference. And if you're wondering how much sleep actually impacts fat loss, here's what science says. A study published in the Annals of Internal Medicine found that people who didn't get enough sleep saw a 55% reduction in fat loss, even though they were following the same diet and exercise routine as those who slept well. So even if you're doing everything else right, poor sleep can seriously hold you back. So which of these mistakes surprised you the most? And if you're a busy dad over 40 who wants a clear roadmap to getting back on track, I've designed the Active Father Transformation Program just for you. Click the link below this video to learn more about how you can take back control, improve your health, and feel your best. Catch you in the next video.